Nerf team, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Nailbiter event and the cars. So the 4 cars you're going to be using are for the MK2. The MK2 I use jump shocks, wings, and the landing boost. I do horrible with it, but I still use it. Then we have the dune buggy using wings, tires, and coin. And furthermore, for the last one, you'll use the mono wheel with afterburner tires, and then the overcharged turbo. Now, the hot rod used with tires, coin, and the fuel boost. Fuel boost is really useful if you have it. First event with the MK2, one tip is to reduce the roll cage to strength 1 and then knock it off like I do here. The problem is you will kill yourself some. As you see, it's not super easy. I was actually pretty lucky to live there. I do back it all the way up, get as much speed as I can. I do hit the jump boost right there, did it okay that time. And then try to land and get your landing boost to work. I don't think this event really matters, at least for me, because I can only get about 1,500 on it. It's kind of a throwaway event. Get what you can. 1,600, do what I can. Now, this one is staying to the ground with the hot rod. You need the speed, but you also need to stay to the ground. It's kind of the catch-22 with these events. So the thing that I think works really well is to use the hot rods forward. So I see I tilted forward there to avoid getting an extra second, and those seconds add up a ton. So you don't want to just blow through it as fast as you can, because you'll probably get like a 2,000 score. Whereas if you just slow your brakes down a little bit, you got 1 second there, you can do it without, I think the entire thing I got plus 1 second, which is probably why I got a 5,600 score on here. Now, the next event, the climbing event. This one's got a few tips and tricks. I do like myself having the wheels and the wings because it helps you get over some of the hills, but it requires knowing when to jump and when not to. The dune buggy has a problem of very rapid acceleration, and you can really fly up in the air. And as you see, I didn't even do it. I'm trying to not over jump, and I'm trying to tilt forward after I jump so that it goes over the hills versus just going in the air and wasting your time. And that's really the trick to it with wings and climbing. They do help you save time, and they're super important. And you saw I have pretty high level wings. Now, once you get the gas here, that's when you gotta go. Until you get that gas at around 220 meters, you actually don't have to go that fast. But once you get the gas, it's go time. And again, I'm trying to just force the dune buggies front forward by holding the gas forward and then tapping the brake and kind of wiggling around. That's what the pros do. Maybe it just makes you feel good. And then not over jumping. That probably wasn't perfectly well done, but trying to not over jump, trying to keep my wheels as much as I can on the ground to make up speed. And this jump towards the end of 510 meters is a little bit of a tricky one that you can, if you get it right. Now, one thing I got lucky here is I didn't fly too high there, which is key. And then it gave me one more burst, just right there. I was out of fuel, but that one little bit allowed me to go dip over here and then jump up there and actually get my record on here with 676 meters. 83.12 is the score. Now, I think that they should call it Nailbiter because of the next event, because this dune buggy one was pretty straightforward. You kind of knew what you had to do. But the next one is when the rubber hits the road. And this is getting this thing in the goal. I do use the mono wheel. I know some others are using motocross, but the mono wheel has the best balance, and it's straight up and down and allows you to control the soccer ball pretty well when you're moving forward and back. It's kind of the trick to this, though, as you'll see me do, is stay behind the ball. I know that sounds simple, but keep your wheels on the ground and stay behind the ball. If you keep your wheel to the ground and you go slow with the mono wheel, you can literally push the ball all the way to the end. The ball can't go anywhere. You're perfectly straightforward. I'm going a little faster here, and I almost died there. That was actually reckless, and resulted in the fact that I could probably only score a goal after every 3rd or 4th time. Now, the last trick here is right there at the end. You have got to give it all you got, and that's why you need the afterburner to finish the goal. So you saw I scored here, my best score, almost 22,000. I was in first place. Nuggy just passed me, I think. But nonetheless, let's beat these guys. Thanks for watching, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.